Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my LinkedIn Live segment. Today's all about, I'm going to drop some truth bombs. I'm going to have a real truth conversation with you, truth moment. But before I begin this segment, I actually want to show my gratitude towards every single one of you who has reached out to me the past week. Past week's been, to be honest, very heartfelt, very emotional for me. The love I've been getting the past week has just been simply amazing. Some of you guys have sent me such great messages, heartwarming messages that left me in tears. And my heart is just filled with so much gratitude towards this platform, LinkedIn. This past year has been truly a blessing for me in so many ways, so many ways. But on a different level for me, meaning I've been able to, because of this platform, I've been able to reach to levels that I didn't even thought was possible. What do I mean by that? Things that were even, sorry, I'm so emotional. I don't even know, my words are getting all caught up. I'm getting tongue-tied. This platform, LinkedIn, has opened so many doors for me. I've reached so many things this year because of LinkedIn. I love this platform. I'm an advocate for this platform. And before I begin this segment, I just want to share my gratitude towards this platform, this powerful platform called LinkedIn. This year has truly been a blessing in a sense that it just seems like I'm in a dream, or it just seems unreal because I've been able to reach places that I didn't think was possible. So one, I landed a feature in Wall Street Journal, which is huge. And sometimes we downplay things, but huge. And I've been getting so many messages recently. Why? Because I've been nominated as, and I'm being recognized and awarded on a magazine for the most admired global Indians 2021. And I think 50 people would be featured, and out of the 50 I was picked, and I'm also going to be on the cover of the magazine as well. So the messages have been really heartfelt, those that took the time to message me privately, and those that wrote those amazing comments on my post about me being recognized. But this is to show you guys that anything is possible. I want to speak directly on that to you, is that you are on this platform. What you do with it is up to you. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Everything is within your reach if you truly want it. But the problem is too many people sit there and think that their circumstances are unique, that they're only one struggling, or they're not lucky, or they're unlucky. Other people are lucky. I'm not lucky. Other people, things just work out for them. Things don't work out for me. That's not the case at all. At all. And if I can reach the level I have this year with all this amazing things, where I've been featured on Wall Street Journal, I've been nominated for awards, I've landed a radio segment, I recently got recognized the most admired global Indians. I am a South Asian Indian. So, to reach that recognition, I'm going to tell you honestly, I didn't do anything other than focus on me, focus on building myself as a brand, but using this platform, LinkedIn. I use this platform, LinkedIn, to reach where I have reached this year and all the other years. People message me and saying, "You're so successful." I don't consider myself successful because all I've been doing is putting out content, left, right, center, content after content that is adding value to somebody, making a difference in someone's life, making a difference in businesses, making a difference in you as a career professional. So thank you to everyone that took the time. Even yesterday I got a message from someone I know through LinkedIn, and I replied back saying, "You left me in tears." I am an emotional person. Um, and this past week's been really emotional for me with all these messages because it still feels so real to be recognized as the most admired global Indians 2021, to be recognized and be part of that is truly a blessing for me. And I thank every single one of you guys because it was impossible without you. So thank you for supporting me, for supporting my content, for showing up and following me. You can do the same thing. You can do the same thing. And today I'm going to talk on less truth about job searching. Before I begin this segment, the truth about job searching and why you're struggling that no one's telling you. I haven't heard anyone talk on this, but I'm going to tell you why you're truly struggling in your job search. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We're going to have a real heart to heart, honest truth moment today. And if you're not ready for this truth, it's going to be harsh. Disclaimer, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be harsh truth that I do believe you need to hear. I'm done to try to sugarcoat things or soften the blow. Sometimes you need to hear the harsh truth. And that's a wake-up call. And that's what I'm going to do for you today. So before I kick off this segment, let me know where you're tuning in. So in the comment section, tell me where you are tuning in from. And let's begin this segment with much gratitude and appreciation from all of you. Now, let's get into the heart of why you're struggling. So the truth is, you're not struggling in your job search because you suck at resume writing. So I hear this all the time. I'm only struggling because I can't land interviews because my resume sucks. I've tweaked and done everything, but bottom line is I suck in writing resume. You're not struggling because you suck at writing resumes. I've had people that showed up on my coaching calls that I've done tons of free job search coaching calls that will show up and show me the resume. Some have paid money to get their resume and they still can't land jobs. So you're not struggling to land a job because you suck at resume writing. Here's the truth. The reason you're struggling, and I mean this with good intentions and with as respectful as possible, you are struggling because you suck at communicating your value. You're struggling in your job search because you suck at showing companies how they will benefit from you. You're struggling in your job search or landing a job is because you suck at showing companies how they will benefit and the next phrase is you suck at showing ROI to the company. You suck at showing companies what they're going to get in terms of ROI from you. I ask 3 questions when I'm coaching people, even if it's for free. I always ask 3 questions. And this is what has led me to come on today to talk on this, is that the reason you are struggling, the truth is you're struggling because you suck. You suck in writing resumes, sure. But the biggest problem is that you suck at communicating your worth, your value, the benefits the company is going to get from hiring you, and the ROI, the return on the investment. You are a very talented individual. You are. You are truly talented, but no one can see that talent if we can't communicate it in a way that the other person on the other side from us, which is a hiring manager, decision makers, companies, and we have to relate it back to in terms that they will understand. That's the truth here that no one's telling you. I've had someone show up last week on my coaching call. I felt so bad for her because it's been a year and a half she's been struggling. I asked her what she's been doing. YouTube channels. She's listening to YouTube advice. YouTube channels. So I asked her what show me. She showed me a couple of YouTube channels. She told me exactly what they're telling her to do. I don't know who these people are, but I can tell you 90% of what you're going to find on job search advice is piece of garbage, junk. I'm just keeping it real. I told you this is going to be some harsh truth moment today. 90% of advice that's being given to job seekers through like Google, when you Google and you're searching YouTube blogs, is piece of garbage. Why? Because it doesn't, we live in a time, we're in modern age. We're living in times where those advice that's being given is so generic, so generic that it doesn't work. It's so old. The advice that's been given out there on job search, even those YouTube channels you're listening to, is so outdated that it doesn't work in the modern workplaces, in the modern way of how things are being done, modern way of how companies hire. It's not aligned with the modern way of hiring. That's why you're struggling. You're also struggling because here's the other harsh truth reality is because the first thing you think of when you're looking for a job is let me search for jobs through job boards without ever thinking, well, if I can see this job posting, how many other people can see it? And if everyone has the same access to the same job like you do, how many people are going to be applying to it? I'm gonna tell you why those generic advice is not working. The reason the generic advice, 90% of the advice that's being given on job searching is piece of garbage, is junk. Why? Because it's all generic. No one's telling you, hey, if you're gonna apply to a job online, you are not the only one that has access to the same job. Thousands of people are accessing it. So, in order to land that job interview, you can't blend in with the crowd. You can't speak to your resume just like how everyone else is writing their resume. Profile summary, talking about yourself, is not going to get the reader's attention. What no one's telling you is that when you're applying to jobs online, the goal is to get your resume in front of a reader, a human being. Because human beings are going to decide if they're going to pick up the phone and call you. Sure, applicant tracking systems are used to screen in as resumes are coming, ATS on the background, depending on how it's set up, depending on how the human being's telling it to filter through the resumes to get what they want. Just like search engines, when we go on Google, we type in keywords to get the searches to pop up. That's exactly kind of like the method of ATS in one aspect. I'm trying to explain it in simple terms that you would understand. Think of Excel data, Excel spreadsheet. We dump all data in it, and then we search it by using the find search button, and we're using keywords to find it. That's how a lot of companies, a lot of recruiters will use ATS. ATS, in one aspect, is just a system that's holding data. Your resume is data, information being put into this ATS. Now, what the end user commands it to do will determine otherwise. So sure, keywords are important to have on resumes, but here's what's important as well. You got to get your resume in front of a human being, but once you got in front of a human being, you got 5 seconds to grab their attention. Okay, so step one is you got 5 seconds to grab the attention. You have to grab the reader's attention. Step two, you got to retain that reader's attention long enough for them to take the action to pick up the phone and call you, which is step 3. 3 things have to happen in order for you to land the interview. Now, the next piece that no one's telling you is once you land the interview, you also have to close those interviews to land the job offer. You're not going to land a job offer if you don't know how to close interviews. Sounding generic, robotic, memorizing interview question answers is not how you're going to land a job. I know you're Googling interview questions. I know people are putting out YouTube content, Google blogs, writing and how to answer interview questions. And I can tell you, everything I've seen out there is incorrect. You don't memorize your answers. Let me give you another truth bomb. As an HR person that's done hiring for 15 plus years and continues to hire people, I can tell you I've never written interview questions with also answers. I don't make up the interview questions with answers. This is not school, guys. This is not a test. This is not a teacher taking a test and the answer has to be this. And if you don't answer it this way, you're going to lose marks. No. Interview questions are made to have conversations, to understand your experience, your knowledge. The best thing you can ever do for yourself to land those jobs and to build your career successfully is to master your craft. Know yourself inside out. Know your career inside out. Know your accomplishments inside out. Know the problems you have solved inside out. Know how these problem solving has benefited the companies in terms of revenues, monies, ROI, dollar signs. I show up on my LinkedIn Live. I never once rehearse anything I'm going to talk on. I pick a topic and show up and talk on. Why can I do this? Because I'm talking every single day on my expertise. What is your expertise? What is your expertise? So let me know in the comment section. Okay? What are your expertise? If you know your expertise, you know how you can solve problems. You know the current problems, challenges that are happening right now in your industry is what's going to make you land a job faster. Problem is, everybody is thinking that the only way to land job, I need to search for a job, I need to be on job boards. But what people are not doing, I have talked to so many professionals in the past month to tell you that none of them are doing the following things. None of them are listening to podcasts in their industry. None of them are reading blogs in their industry. None of you guys are, majority of people, are even attending weekly webinars to educate yourself on what's happening in your industry currently, in your field. There are webinars that are being conducted every single week in your field, in your industry, to keep you up to date. People are sharing their knowledge. Experts in your field are sharing their knowledge every single day. But are you tapping into that? Let me know in the comment section, because I can guarantee you 90% of you are not doing this. You're not mastering your craft. You're not listening to podcasts. You're not listening to what's happening. You are probably not even aware of what's happening in your field and industry as we speak. You're probably not even aware of the current challenges in your field or in your industry to even remotely approach a company and say, listen, here's what you're struggling with. Here's what your current challenges are. Here's what you need to do. Here's how I can help you. It's all about how you can help the company fix their problems, overcome the challenges they're facing, and how you're going to make them money. Let me know in the comment section if that's helping you. Okay? Here's another truth bomb. That's why you're struggling in your job search. This is the last truth bomb. It's because you're not willing to invest in you. Meaning, you rather continue to struggle in your job search every single day to even invest 66 cents a day in you, in something that's going to help you land that job. I have this conversation every single time, and people, it blows my mind how many people will not invest in something that will give them an ROI. Now, let me ask you something. If you have 66 cents every single day, I want you to think logically and strategically here for a second. If you spend 66 cents a day, that and your ROI is going to be 10 times, probably 100 times more than 66 cents a day. Wouldn't you invest that 66 cents? If 66 cents, all you have to do is invest 66 cents to make money. Wouldn't you invest it? Or would you hold on to that 66 cents? If you invest 66 cents, but you can make 10 times on your investment, would you hold on to it? Would you hold on to 66 cents or would you invest it? So, something you should think about. Tons of people reach out to me every single day, but I can tell you how many people are not willing to even invest 66 cents a day. Or I can't afford it. Here's the truth. You can afford it. You can actually afford to hire a coach if you really want it. You can actually afford to be in my bootcamp program. You can. I have these conversations. I've been having these conversations lately. People go into negativity right away. Oh, I can't afford it. But don't think I can't afford it. You got to think smart here. If I invest my money, what is my ROI going to be? You got to focus on the return on the investment. If I spend 66 cents, what's going to be my ROI? Now think about it for a second. How much is it costing you emotionally every single day when you're struggling in your job search? Think. Every single day that you get those rejection emails when you're applying to jobs, what is it costing you emotionally, physically, and mentally? Because it's a cost. Every single time you don't land those interviews, I want to ask yourself, what is it costing you emotionally, physically, mentally? Every single day that you're not in the role you really want, what is it costing you? Wishing and praying and hoping is not going to change your current circumstances. Here's what's going to change your current circumstances. If you want change, if you don't want to continue struggling, what are you doing? What steps are you taking to change your circumstances? You are not a victim. You are not. It has nothing to do with luck and everything to do with strategically having a strategy, taking action every single day that gets you closer to what you want. There's also no shame in getting the help. Recently, I read something and it resonated so well. Successful people didn't become successful all alone. They had a team of people helping them. Sure, right off the bat, someone couldn't afford a team to help them, but slowly they invested as a penny. They invested 2 cents, 6 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents, a dollar, $20. I'm talking on me now. I'm invested in me to generate ROI for me as an entrepreneur, as in my career. You got to invest in you. People don't want to invest, but a lot of people will think that they lack credentials or they're lacking education. So they're going to dump all their money into getting the education without realizing the education institutes are also failing you because they're not set up to teach you how to land a job. They're taking your money for exchange for what? What's your ROI? Because none of the institutes are going to tell you how to land a job. So something to think about, okay? So if you have questions for me, type it below in the comment sections. I will be happy to answer them. I know I went into a harsh talk. I'm talking truthfully. I am speaking the truth here. I know it's harsh to hear these words that I said today, but I think you needed to hear it. Because every day my DMs are filled on LinkedIn. Help me, help me, help me. But then no one wants to take the help either. And I always ask, okay, but are you doing this? No. Are you doing this? No. Are you listening to podcasts? No. Are you mastering your craft? No. How many blogs have you read? None. Do you read blogs in your industry? No. So what are you doing? What are you doing? You can't be successful that way. Same thing with job search. If you're going to keep Googling to get the help, you're not getting 10 times closer to where you want to be. So here's how I, as a coach, can help you, or any other coach for that matter of that fact. You don't have to hire me, but coaches are there to get you results 10 times faster than you can by yourself. So it comes down to ROI. You think, oh my God, I have to pay this person to help me. But don't see it as I gotta pay. See it as I'm gonna make 10 times more money from hiring this coach than me putting the money. Meaning, for example, here's my results that I've gotten for my clients. Clients invested, let's talk on my bootcamp program. Actually, I'll talk on the lowest price item service. I have a membership, monthly membership, 20 bucks. Here's what the results people have gotten. Just investing 20 bucks a month, which is 66 cents a day. People have been able to land jobs in 6 weeks by being in that membership. People have increased or doubled their salaries by being in that membership because it's a career and job search membership. Because I'm also teaching people how to successfully set their career up for success. Continues. 20 bucks a month, but yet you're getting all this knowledge that you can't Google and get. You can YouTube and get, because I don't teach anything cookie cutter. I don't teach old school methods. I'm not going to tell you to go network and ask for jobs. None of the things I teach on, no one's teaching what I teach. That's why I can get the results I've been able to get, because I'm not teaching generic stuff. I'm teaching you practical business strategies that you need to implement, because your career is your business. Your career is your business. It's about time you start to realize and manage your career like business. Just like how companies managing their companies, their business, making business decisions, making hard decisions, taking risks every day. You can't be successful if you're not willing to take risks. That's the honest truth. You can like me or hate me, but I'm telling you the truth. In order for you to be successful, you also have to be able to want to take risks. As scary as that might sound, you still have to take risks. And if you are going to let your fears drive you to make decisions, and you're making decisions based on fears, sadly, all you're doing is digging a bigger hole for yourself, and success not going to happen that way. Okay? 20 bucks. People who invest in my bootcamp program, they invested $3,000. $3,000 to land their first six figure. Do the math. All within 30 to 60 days. Paid $3,000, but now happily making more money. One of my clients, less than a year, she joined the bootcamp last year, and I got her in her first six-figure role. Then she messaged me a couple months ago. I helped her negotiate, and she landed another job offer for $135K. So within 1 year, she doubled her income, 30 to 40K. So technically almost by 60K, 60 to 70K. She doubled her income in less than 1 year. Within 1 year, she increased her income twice. She landed her six-figure job. So that was like almost 30-40K right there. Then she moved into another role, which is now paying her 135. So do the math. That's almost close to 60-70K increase less than a year. And all she did was pay $3,000 once. And when she messaged me a couple months ago, the first thing she said is, I've been doing what you taught us in the bootcamp program. I've been keeping up with those strategies, and guess what, Gurpreet? 3 companies approached me. I'm not looking because I'm happily employed, but 3 companies approached me straight onto my LinkedIn, straight into my DMs. I did the interviews, and here's a job offer. This is the one company I really want to work for. Help me negotiate. I helped her negotiate. She got 135K. That's 35K, 30 to 35K increase from her current base salary. That's just base I'm talking about. And all she did was invested one time $3,000. Do the math on the return on the investment. You got to think in terms of return on the investment, okay? So the truth moment is you're struggling in your job search, not because you suck in resume writing, but because you suck in communicating your truth worth, your true value, because you actually don't know the answer to this. Usually, when I ask people, do you know what your true value you're bringing to the table, how companies are going to benefit from you, and what the company's ROI going to be? Here's how typically people answer this question, and probably you're sitting there thinking and answering the question the same way. I can, I am, I have. So I. It isn't I. That's where you're failing. You're making everything about you, but that's not the value you bring to the table. You're not bringing your X amount of years experience. What you bring, the value add to your organization is how you're going to solve their problems. And by them solving those problems, how would they benefit from the problem? If you can solve their problems, that's the benefit piece. What would the ROI, if they have a problem, you can solve it, what will be the ROI on that? Who wants to stay stuck in the problem? Nobody, right? Because companies are losing money every single day. The company's not fixing their problems, they are losing money. Money, guys. Business talk, it's all about the money. I don't care what anybody says. Businesses are in the business to make money, and every single one of you adds to that profits, revenues. So you need to speak in terms of business language. Okay, so if you have questions, that's my talk for today. If you have a question, feel free to DM me, reach out to me directly, or write a comment and I will reply back. So I'm going to end the segment right here because I'm not seeing any comments coming through. So on this note, I'm going to end this segment. If you need my help, feel free to reach out to me. Am I the cheapest coach out there for job seekers or career professionals? No, I'm not. But do I get people results fast? Yes. Can I get you results in 2 weeks? Yes. Can I get you results in 28 days? Yes. Can I get you results in 30 days? Heck yes. Yes, because I have a proven strategy that works. Is it easy? No. Does it require hard work and heavy lifting from you? Yes. Do I provide shortcuts? No. Do I cut corners? No. Is there a magic solution to the problem? No. Magic bullets? No. Is it copy paste solutions that I'm providing? No. Because you're not a copy paste. None of the strategies I bring to the table are cookie cutters, copy paste, easy. No, it is hard work. If you are ready to do the heavy lifting, and keep in mind, you only have to do the heavy lifting once and you're set for your entire life. My bootcamp program is an investment, one-time investment, but you are investing for the whole life. Meaning the strategies I teach you, the things I'm going to teach you, the things you're going to be doing in that program is going to set you up for life in your career. Imagine never ever searching for a job ever again. Imagine not ever struggling in your career and struggling to land job interviews. Just picture that for a second. How would that make you feel? Because that's what I do for my clients. If you hire me and you join my bootcamp program is starting this Saturday, October the 2nd. But I guarantee you one thing. I guarantee you success for life. You will be set up in your career successfully for life. My boot campers that have taken my bootcamp program, they don't come back and take the program again when they're looking for the next job, because they're never looking for a next job, because job opportunities coming straight to them. That's one of the biggest ROI in the program. There's short-term results and then there are long-term results. I am going to set you up to not to be a job seeker. Instead, to be a solution to the problem, solution to someone's problem, and also create a high demand for yourself that you're never out of a job. Instead, companies are coming to you. It's all about the demand. You got to create the demand for yourself. If you are ready to want these results and you're ambitious and driven, you have to really want this. And you have to want it so bad that you're willing to do it, do what it takes. I work with ambitious people. So, if you're ready for the success, hit me up, DM me, and let's talk. But if you rather continue to struggle, that's your choice too, right? Your choices determine your outcome. Every single day, every second of your life, every breath you take, you have a choice. Your actions determine the results you get. Action. But you also need to know how to do it. How, what steps to take, what action you need to do, the how pieces where people struggle. Anyone can learn anything, anyone can Google anything, anyone can YouTube anything, but do you know how to execute what you are learning? How is where tons of people struggle, and that's why I created my bootcamp program. My bootcamp program is the how to do it, strategies, execution. It's all about execution. Want real results, you're tired, you're struggling, you don't want to struggle anymore. Guys, we're almost near the end of the year. October's around the corner. 3 months to go, and we'll be ringing in New Year 2022. I don't think you want to ring in 2022 by still struggling in your career, by still struggling in your job search. I hope you don't want that. And if you don't want that, then DM me and let's talk. Let's get you the help you need. Let's get you in the job you need, you deserve to be in. Let's get you top dollars that you deserve to get paid by companies. I make that happen. DM me and let's talk. Bye for now.